Hi everyone, welcome to Compounding Academy. When most people hear Motorola, they think of old flip phones. But the business we're talking about today is very different. Motorola Solutions is a global leader in mission-critical communications. The systems and software that police, firefighters, and emergency services rely on when it matters most. In this video, we'll show how this high-quality business with sticky customer relationships and strong tailwinds has become a powerful compounder. Before we dive into the company, let's zoom out. Mission-critical communications is a steadily growing global market, driven by rising threats, aging infrastructure, and a universal need for public safety. The world is getting more complex and more dangerous. Rising cyber threats, climate-related disasters, and crime are putting pressure on public safety systems. At the same time, governments are willing to spend, because they have to. The result? A structural growth opportunity for companies that provide reliable, secure communications when it matters most. The need for this tech is everywhere and growing. Most public safety infrastructure is decades old, cyber attacks are rising fast, and governments are under pressure to modernize how they protect people. Add in rapid growth in AI-powered surveillance, and it's clear, this isn't a passing trend. Put it all together, and you've got a market with steady structural demand, not hype, but real urgency. Market estimates vary, but the direction is clear. Mission-critical communications is expected to grow steadily, reaching around $32 billion by 2029. That reflects rising global demand for secure, connected infrastructure, and Motorola is right at the center of it. Now that we've covered the backdrop, let's turn to the company leading this space. Motorola Solutions isn't just a player in mission-critical communications. It's the global leader. Motorola Solutions builds the tools that keep public safety running. From two-way radios and secure networks to AI-powered video surveillance and cloud-based command software, it's a full-stack provider for emergency response. Hardware, software, services, all tightly integrated to deliver reliability when it matters most. Motorola's strength comes down to three things. First, dominant market share. They control over 80% of US land mobile radio networks, backed by long-term contracts and high switching costs. Second, a trusted brand. Decades of performance in life or death situations earn serious loyalty. And third, proprietary technology. From patented rugged radio systems to cybersecurity expertise, this is a business with real IP and meaningful barriers to entry. The big drop in revenues is not a red flag, it is a turning point. In 2011, Motorola spun off its mobile phone business and refocused exclusively on mission-critical communications. Since then, the story is clear, a steady upward trajectory in revenues. Since the 2011 split, Motorola has rebuilt itself around one core mission, critical communications. And the results speak for themselves. Over 7% annual growth year after year, which is not explosive, but consistent. Exactly what we look for in a durable compounder. Motorola's core markets add up to a $66 billion opportunity across communications, video security, and command center software. It has a long runway ahead, and here's the key. It holds just 5% share in a $26 billion video security market and 7% in an $18 billion command center space. With 90% of public safety budgets tied up in labor, Motorola's automation tools offer a compelling way to do more with less. Gross margins are stable. Operating margins are climbing. That tells us this is a business with pricing power, operational leverage, and real discipline. The kind of margin profile that supports long-term compounding. Return on invested capital tells us how efficiently a company turns investment into profit. And it's one of the strongest indicators of long-term value creation. Since restructuring, Motorola has consistently delivered mid-30s returns, well above our quality threshold. That level of capital discipline is a key reason this business compounds so effectively. This chart shows two things that matter in tough times: leverage and free cash flow conversion. The blue bars track net debt to EBITDA, how much debt the business carries relative to earnings. For the past couple of years, Motorola has stayed below 2x, a solid position. The red line shows how much of net income converts into free cash flow. Post 2017, that number consistently stays above 100%, a strong sign of earnings quality and cash discipline. Together, they show a business that's not only profitable, but resilient. No business compounds in a straight line, and there are a few risks worth watching. Firstly, Motorola depends on government budgets, and we all know these can shift with policy. It also faces pressures to keep pace with technological innovation, especially in AI and cybersecurity. And whilst Motorola has a strong moat, competition is always a threat, especially in newer and fragmented markets. If you want to track the health of this business, start here. Look for 5 to 6% organic revenue growth, EBITDA margins north of 25%, and free cash flow at 20% of sales. If Motorola hits those marks consistently, the compounding story stays intact. This radar chart distills everything we've covered, mapping Motorola's strength across the 5 key pillars of compounding. A 7.7 out of 10 puts it firmly in the high-quality zone, driven by strong visibility, dominant competitive positioning, and a solid financial foundation. It's not perfect, but it's durable, focused, and built to keep compounding. Motorola Solutions isn't chasing trends, it's delivering in a space that really matters. Backed by structural growth drivers, a focused business model, and a deep competitive moat, it's positioned to compound steadily over time. It may not grab headlines, but it earns its place in any long-term investor's focus list. If you'd like to dive deeper, you can download the full one-pager at compounding-academy.com. It brings everything together, from financial metrics to competitive positioning, in a single snapshot. It also includes our quality score, which reflects our proprietary framework for assessing long-term compounders. And while we don't include valuation in these slides, to keep them timeless, we do update our valuation views regularly, and that's something we reserve for paid subscribers. If you enjoyed this overview, don't forget to subscribe for more concise takes on high-quality companies. Like and share if you found it useful. It really helps us grow. And for more deep dives, head over to compounding-academy.com.